love the Eagles as much as we do, then hit that subscribe button and stick with us at Eagles Nest News for all the drama, updates, and hype all season long. If you follow the Philadelphia Eagles even a little, you already know that the biggest and smartest move this offseason wasn't some flashy trade or a blockbuster signing. It was the decision to bring back Zack Baun. This wasn't just a typical contract extension. This was a statement. Zack Baun has become the heart and soul of the Eagles' defense. And Howie Roseman, the team's general manager, made a clear message. This guy is the cornerstone moving forward. When Baun's name came up for that massive 3-year deal worth $51 million, some fans might have blinked, wondering if that was the right call. But those who have been watching the Eagles' defense closely knew exactly what was happening. Baun isn't just any linebacker. He's the kind of player who can change the entire dynamic of a defense. In the 2024 season, Baun did not just play. Well, he absolutely dominated, according to Pro Football Focus. He finished as the highest-graded linebacker in the entire NFL. That's not a small feat considering the talent spread across the league. Baun's story is a classic underdog tale. That sounds like it was ripped straight from a Hollywood script. Just a few years ago, he was a player on the fringes. A guy who started only 14 games in his first 4 years with the New Orleans Saints. Many thought he'd be just a backup or maybe a role player who'd never really break out, but Baun flipped the script. He came to Philadelphia and immediately turned heads. In 16 games last season, he racked up 151 tackles, including 11 tackles for loss, and had 5 quarterback hits. On top of that, he forced 5 fumbles, broke up for passes, notched 3.5 sacks, and even grabbed an interception and recovered a fumble. These numbers alone speak volumes about his impact. That kind of performance earned him his first trip to the Pro Bowl, and he was named to the All-Pro team, not to mention he finished 5th in the Defensive Player of the Year voting, which puts him in elite company. For a guy who was once a relative unknown, this was a meteoric rise. It's one thing to break out for a season, but Baun has shown that he's more than capable of being a true leader on the Eagles' defense. The Eagles have seen promising linebackers leave in free agency before Kizir White and T.J. Edwards walked away after strong seasons, with the front office opting to funnel resources into the defensive line instead. But Baun was different. Roseman and the Eagles understood that losing him would be a major setback. Baun's versatility and leadership make him indispensable in Vic Fangio's defensive system. Fangio, known around the league for developing top-notch linebackers, clearly sees Baun as the centerpiece of his unit. And it's not just about stats or accolades. Baun's presence changes how opponents prepare. He's a player who can do a little bit of everything: rush the passer, cover tight ends or running backs, make tackles in the run game, and force turnovers. That kind of all-around skill set is rare and highly valuable. He's the kind of player who energizes a defense and elevates everyone around him. When you watch the Eagles' defense, Baun is often the guy making the calls, aligning teammates, and setting the tone. His football IQ is as impressive as his physical skills. He's become the heartbeat of that defense, the guy who others look to when things get tough. And with Nakobe Dean also emerging as a star linebacker and Jihad Campbell ready to step up, the Eagles have built a linebacker group that's loaded with talent and potential. Of course, the decision to pay Baun over other defensive players like Josh Sweat and Milton Williams wasn't taken lightly. Roseman made it clear that Baun's impact on and off the field warranted the investment. This isn't just about numbers or highlight plays, it's about building a foundation. And Baun represents exactly that foundation for the Eagles' defense going into 2025 and beyond. Fans are already buzzing with excitement about what Baun's next season will look like. If last year was a breakout, what happens now? Will he continue to dominate? Will he lead this defense to new heights? The expectations are sky high, and all eyes will be on him when the season kicks off. Beyond Baun, the Eagles are shaping up to have a solid core on offense as well, with quarterback Jalen Hurts and left tackle Jordan Mailata anchoring that side of the ball. Hurts has faced some criticism over the years, with some labeling him a system quarterback. But his consistency and ability to perform in clutch moments tell a different story. He's already led the Eagles to 2 Super Bowls, winning one, and is one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the league. Meanwhile, Mailata, who was a 7th-round pick and once overlooked, has emerged as one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL, according to Pro Football Focus. He was the highest-rated tackle last season, a massive recognition for a player who had yet to receive Pro Bowl honors. The combination of Hurts' leadership and playmaking ability with Mailata's protection and blocking prowess gives the Eagles a stable foundation to build on for years. Add in the explosive talents of A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Devonta Smith, and Philadelphia's offense looks poised to be a powerhouse. Even though the Eagles didn't have anyone crack the top 10, players list recently released by PFF, having 6 players in the top 50 is nothing to scoff at. It's a reflection of a team loaded with talent and balance. The fact that Barkley ranked 22nd, just behind some controversial rankings like Derrick Henry at 8th, sparked debate, especially since Barkley led the league in rushing yards and broke records in the process. In the end, the Eagles' strength lies in their core group. Baun anchoring the defense, Hurts commanding the offense, and Mailata holding the line. The moves made this offseason show that the Eagles are not just trying to win now, but are carefully crafting a team that can compete at the highest level for the foreseeable future. The spotlight will be on Baun's encore season, and every fan in Philadelphia is eager to see how he continues to shape this defense. While Zack Baun stands as the undeniable defensive star for the Eagles, the conversation about the team's outlook can't ignore the wider roster and the overall perception of Philadelphia in the eyes of the league's analysts and fans alike. The recent player rankings released by Pro Football Focus painted a fascinating picture. 6 Eagles made the top 50 list, but none cracked the top 10. That left some fans scratching their heads and sparked plenty of debate about where the Eagles really stand compared to other NFL powerhouses. Jordan Mailata, the massive left tackle who anchors the offensive line, came closest to breaking into the top 10, sitting just outside at 11th overall. What's striking about Mailata's ranking is that he was the highest-rated offensive tackle on the list, proving that his recent production has finally earned him recognition beyond the Philly fanbase. For a player who was a late 7th round pick and initially seen as a project, his rise to being the league's best tackle is a remarkable story. Yet, despite this, he's still flying under the radar nationally, often overshadowed by flashier names and high-profile draft picks. The quarterback position in Philadelphia is led by Jalen Hurts, who landed at number 50 on the list. Hurts' ranking might feel modest to some, but considering the heated debates surrounding his status as an elite quarterback, being inside the top 50 is actually a win for him. Critics have long questioned whether Hurts is just a system quarterback, someone who benefits from a strong supporting cast rather than elevating the team on his own. But those who watch the Eagles closely know that Hurts is more than just a cog in the machine. He's the engine, the playmaker, the leader who consistently makes the right reads and steps up in the biggest moments. His blend of running ability and passing skills, combined with a fierce competitive spirit, makes him one of the toughest quarterbacks to game plan against. While Hurts' stats might not always jump off the page, like some of the league's flashier passers, his impact on the field goes far beyond numbers. He has a rare ability to extend plays with his legs and then make accurate throws downfield. More importantly, he's proven that he can guide a team to the postseason year after year, reaching to Super Bowls and winning one during his tenure. That kind of consistency is invaluable, and something every franchise dreams of in their starting quarterback. On the offensive side, A.J. Brown and Saquon Barkley are the dynamic weapons who complement Hurts perfectly. Brown's ability to create separation and make contested catches keeps defenses honest, while Barkley's explosive running and powerful style have made him one of the most feared backs in the league. Barkley's ranking at 22nd on PFF's list surprised some, especially when compared to Derrick Henry, who was ranked 8th despite Barkley breaking records and winning Offensive Player of the Year. This discrepancy fueled heated debates, with many feeling Barkley's achievements deserved higher recognition. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. There's a growing buzz in the NFL world as rumors swirl about Josh Sweat's recent reflections on his career choices. The defensive end, who once left the Philadelphia Eagles, is now reportedly expressing some regret over that decision. Sources close to the player suggest that Sweat might be reconsidering his path after stepping away from the team that initially drafted him. Josh Sweat's departure from the Eagles was seen by many as a bold move, driven by the pursuit of new opportunities or a better fit elsewhere. However, whispers in sports circles hint that the former Eagles' mindset could be shifting. Fans and insiders alike are buzzing about whether Sweat's exit might have been premature, especially considering the Eagles' continued strong performance and playoff aspiration, the 27-year-old athlete's journey has been one of ups and downs. After establishing himself as a solid contributor on the Eagles' defensive line, Sweat's decision to leave came as a surprise to many, sparking speculation about locker room dynamics, contract negotiations, or simply the search for a fresh start. Now, the murmur is that Sweat might be looking back with a sense of what if, wondering if staying with Philadelphia could have been the better move for his career. Philadelphia Eagles faithful have always appreciated Sweat's tenacity and athleticism, and there's a palpable feeling among fans that a reunion could still be on the table, although nothing official has surfaced. Insiders suggest that conversations might already be underway behind closed doors. The NFL offseason is fertile ground for second chances, and the idea of Sweat returning to the Birds is creating quite a stir. Analysts point out that Sweat's experience and familiarity with the Eagles' defensive scheme could make him a valuable asset once again, especially as the team looks to reinforce its roster ahead of the next season. His potential comeback could add depth and versatility to an already competitive defensive front, and that prospect is fueling the ongoing chatter. While Josh Sweat has yet to publicly confirm any intention to rejoin the Eagles, the rumor mill is certainly working overtime. The story of a player possibly having second thoughts after leaving a successful franchise resonates with many sports fans who know how often careers hinge on pivotal decisions. Could this be the start of a new chapter for Sweat, one where he finds his way back to Philadelphia and reignites his career? For now, the NFL world watches closely, eager to see if these whispers develop into concrete moves. If Sweat's regret turns into action, the Eagles might soon welcome back a familiar face, and the ripple effects of this potential signing could be felt across the league. Until then, the rumor remains alive, and the anticipation only grows. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.